Joseph's vlog. I'm here today at Wicksteed Park. And just before we get into the main rides, we're going to be just having a little panoramic view here of the park. And yeah, there's plenty of attractions to enjoy. The main thrill rides are over in that direction. Then you got the Shoot the Chute, which is in this direction. And then you got a couple of more rides up here. But I think I'm going to go and start down on the Shoot the Chute. Water Chute opened originally in 1926, but it used to sit in a different position within Wicksteed Park, and it was then relocated in 1931, so 5 years later, and has sat in this position for over 95 years, thrilling riders every year since then. It's originally operated on a bed of railway tracks, which the boat would plunge down into the pool and get riders soaked. It would then get you winch back up with a big, strong cable that would winch you all the way back up to the top of the ride. It's incredibly basic design, but it's very cool to watch and see how it used to operate. It was then in 1939 was refurbished and overhauled, and so it could be operated by one man instead of multiple people. It has been sat here ever since, thrilling riders to this day, and yeah, happy birthday to the Water Chute. It is a very fun ride, and yeah, I absolutely adore this attraction. It's one of the last remaining water chutes. There were only 3 in the UK built, but it's the oldest one surviving, and yeah, it's a listed status since 2016, meaning it can no longer be altered or changed. And yeah, there he goes. Here we go then. Oh, lovely. Nice sprinkle there. Diving straight into water. That was a great ride there I had on the Water Chute. Yeah, I absolutely love that. You go drop down and then straight into the pool, get a little bit wet, not too bad, and then yeah, get real back up again. It's a great fun ride. It's a classic, isn't it? You've got to love the classic rides, and yeah, absolutely adore the Water Chute. Happy birthday to the Water Chute, 100 years strong. So in the main thrill rides area now, you got the Paratrooper over there, the Sierra Tivoli small coaster, Ladybird Rollercoaster, and their newest ride, Invader, over there. Unfortunately, there are a couple of closed rides today. Dinosaur Valley is one of them. This is their signature roller coaster, really, and yeah, it's yeah, unfortunately closed. And also, Rocky River Falls is also closed, which this is a quite decent log flume, I must say. I do like it a lot. So yeah, if they didn't discount the wristbands, I probably wouldn't have come today. But yeah, it's just unfortunate these 2 major rides really are down. Looks like all the fencing has been replaced around here actually since last time. It used to be a cattle pen queue line, but I guess it doesn't really need to be. So yeah, I'm going to do Galaxy Invaders next. This was their newest ride. It's a pretty cool flat ride. This just came off Galaxy Invader there, and an SPF airborne shot, and yeah, it was a really fun ride. It spins you around and you get launched with the arms moving out, and yeah, it's an all-round good ride. I quite enjoy them, and yeah, this was a very good fit for Wicksteed Park when it was installed. Definitely very popular. And yeah, now then, I think it's time for another coaster. Well, my first coaster today. It's going to be Ladybird. Came up the Ladybird coaster, and yeah, it was a fun little coaster. It's only a really small layout, but still, it packs a punch. It goes around the track pretty speedy. I do love these Tivoli coasters. They can be pretty funny sometimes, especially when some of the larger ones with the extra long trains. They're really hilarious to watch, in my opinion. And then they can also gain some real speed and have a bit of kit and bite to them. Yeah, gonna do the Paratrooper next. So just come off the Paratrooper, built by Hubris, and it was built in 1982, and it's been serving the park for many years at this point, and it's definitely one of the firm favourites for everyone. It was a good fun ride. Gonna make my way back up to the top of the hill now, over to the other rides. So there's a bit of an up close shot then on the big wheel. Yeah, all in bits, as you can see, and you've got all the carriages down here. Still loving it, but I'm sure it will be a great ride. better than what was here before. It used to be like a big tower thing they used to have here, that you'd jump onto like a large pillow. One of the reasons I came down to Wicksteed Park today is because I wanted to support my local park. In these tough times at the moment, we need to try and help support any park that's struggling. And yeah, Wicksteed's had some financial issues over the past couple of years, so I've been really trying to push to helping out by producing this content to promote it to you guys, so that you guys can come down to Wicksteed Park and help support it out. And then this is just like a calling for any theme park, really, big or small. Come to them, because if you don't use them, you lose them. Before it gets pointed out to me in the comments, this drop tower is actually down at the moment. It's still under maintenance. Quite a few rides are actually at the moment. A little Zamperla drop tower that normally sits at the top there. Not much one of those cable ties, but normally it's all covered up. You got a bunch of weld marks. Whenever you see white on rides, that is a weld mark for when they've checked it for cracks and stuff. They do actually have some farm animals here at Wicksteed Park, so I thought I'd come and check it out on Wicky's farm. Quack quack. Here are some ducks. And ducks having a little swim. It's Sheriff Guinea Pig. That one's munching on a pine tree. Had a nice munch. All of them are. Hello. Aren't you? Beauty. It's a budgie. I love budgies. Adorable. And you got some pigs here. Very intelligent creatures, actually, pigs are. Yeah, that's pretty much the end of the Wicky's farm. So away from Wicky's farm then, you've got this big climbing structure. This is a pretty awesome attraction. And it's free, part of your wristband and part of the park. And you've got this special coaster right behind me. It's the clown coaster. Now this is special for one reason and one reason alone. This used to be operating at Blackpool Pleasure Beach. Their clown coaster used to operate there. Now it operates here. It's a basic coaster, but its history makes it more standoutish. It's an ex-Blackpool Pleasure Beach coaster, just like Astro Storm is at Breen. Came after the clown coaster, and yeah, it's a decent little kiddie coaster, perfect for those just starting to go on coasters. Like possibly I'd make that your first ever coaster if you're a kid, to be honest. And yeah, it's next Blackpool Pleasure Beach coaster, as I said, and yeah, it's still operating to this day, so it shows that it had a bit more life to it. And you've got Zamperla Rock and Tug here. That they're very common amongst parks around the world, and especially here in the UK, and you find a lot of them. You've got the Snakes and Ladders there. That is a massive indoor slide that hooks up to the treetops attraction, which is around the back there. So yeah, it's pretty cool how it all links together. So like, you enter the treetop walk entrance from here, and then you walk all the way up and around, so it's a pretty lengthy attraction. One other little fact for you here on this top section of the park, where the carousel and the wave swing are operating, used to be the double pirate ship. This was only one of few double pirate ships in the world, and yeah, it's I believe it's the only one that operated in the UK. So yeah, you had two pirate ships side by side. Here we go then, on the park's railway. Got a couple of locals in the engine shed. Don't never get used, really. Yeah, we've got a nice journey around the lake. boating lake. There used to be a cycle monorail around here actually. That was removed a few years ago. They definitely need more rides down this side of the park. Entering a tunnel. Once an engine attached to a train, was afraid of freezing off the rain. It went into the tunnel and squeaked for a tunnel that would not come out again. If you're a Railway Series fan or Thomas fan, you'll not get that reference. Then we cross over a bridge. That's not overlooking the lake. Yeah, this park is absolutely gorgeous. You can see the Ferris wheel. And this is where the Model Boat Club assembles. And it's really interesting observing some of the old carriages that the trains used to have. We've got another loco here, Lady of the Lake. I've not seen that running for years, if I've ever have before. We've got a couple of wagons. Yes. So yeah, just come off the Park Railway there, and yeah, I really like a good railway ride. I always think they're very fun attractions, especially for scenery and just having a nice relaxing ride. Always have done. They've got a couple of extra locomotives as you see there. They don't run apparently, and I found out the one on the front still runs, but there's a couple in the back there that apparently they've got some issues, so and they need the money in order to fix them. So you've got the classic cars here. These are up next. Always nice to have a good vintage cars ride. So here we are on my next ride, the vintage cars ride. This way, which way to go? No one knows. And yeah, it's got some nice theming around this vintage cars ride, especially towards the end. I love coming to these little parks, they're so charming, and you know you're always going to have a good time, really, because they've got to put in more effort than really the big parks, which always know they're going to get the crowds. And it's not just for my benefit coming to have an enjoyable day, it's also to present what these parks offer, because some have really unique stuff to them. And their own little perks. Mr. Wicksteed's classic cars. And comment down below if you've been to Wicksteed Park before. I would love to know if you have or not. And what your best memory is from Wicksteed Park as well. While you're down there, also maybe give it a little bit of a subscribe, as it does help my channel out a lot. And then we're coming to the main themed area of this ride. The workshop. I actually work in a factory myself. The works. And some of these tools I've used countless times. Got barrel, jack, vice. There's a pump truck down there. So my final ride is going to be on the water chute here. I want to finish out my day here on the oldest ride here. 100 years old. And a classic still going. Over a century later. Here we go then, water chute. Oh. Straight into the pond. Yeah, and then we winch back up again. Back up to the tower. So we've had my final ride there on the water chute. That brings me to the end of the day here at Wicksteed Park. I really like Wicksteed Park. It's got a lot of charm to it. It's not the biggest park in the world, but it doesn't need to be fun. And I really think this is a really fun park, to be honest. I love the rides here. The highlight for me is definitely water chute. The train is really fun here, and the couple of rides I did miss, Dinosaur Valley and the Log Flume, they're great rides too if they were open. But unfortunately, you can't always get rides on open, and sometimes you get unlucky like that. In terms of the rides I've done today, Paratrooper is always a good fun ride, and then I really like the Galaxy Invader and Ladybird too, and the Clown Coaster, can't forget the Clown Coaster. And overall I really like Wicksteed Park. I would highly recommend coming and checking it out for yourself. It's a park that definitely could use some help with more guests coming in, and that's my whole point of making these videos on covering smaller parks that could use a bit of help in hand to get you guys to come out here. So get yourself out here to Wicksteed Park, you'll have a cracking day, I'm sure. And then, and that leads me on to my next point. Please like, comment, share, subscribe to Rollercoaster Joesters. I'd like a comment or two to give me some feedback on how my videos are, and what you think to my content. It would really help me out a lot, and any feedback is good, so I can improve the content I'm creating for you guys. And then also hit on the notification bells. I post pretty sporadically at the moment. I'm trying to get a bit more consistent, but it would really help you figure out when I've uploaded something, so come and check on my content. But yeah, from me to you guys, bye!